All right, there we go.
Chaperone.
Hope you can catch up, bitch.
What are we doing now? All right.
Gotta go find Phineas. Damn, I think one of those things can look like me now.
Oh, Benson. Hey, look, it's Magnus. Come on in, Magnus. It's been very busy here since Phineas is, busy on official business. Is there something that I could help you with?
Yeah, I need to know where Phineas is. I think there's a doppelganger that can look like me.
Oh, I can test both of you. Phineas has told me how to do it. The secret is in the blood.
Oh,
That's right, Benson. This is Magnus. Yeah. He's a gladiator.
Oh, hey, look at you, you're beautiful. He's rubbing his big head.
It kind of does that growl every time you touch it, but it's not like attacking you. Magnus probably doesn't care.
Magnus is like, oh yeah, wait, yeah. But the thing, no, it's not me. Well, I mean, I guess you want to test me to make sure.
Yeah, it won't hurt. I'll show you. Come on in, and then he like washes your finger with some like rubbing oil, and then takes a pin. This may pinch a bit. He's talking to fucking Magnus.
No, I can't move.
He smiles and he pricks your finger and then kind of pushes your finger to paper, and you can see the drop of blood spread out. I hope you're not a doppelganger. I realize I should have put up a spell or two first.
That would be confusing the shit out of me. I hope I'm not.
It looks all right, he says. He smiles.
What happens if it's not all right?
I think it turns like inky black or something. It turns not the right color for blood, and he looks inquisitively at the four-armed creepy bug warrior. He's now thinking in his head. He's clearly thinking in his head, like, how the fuck would I test him? I'm not sure.
Gracchus.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at your blood, too.
Yeah, my blood's a little black compared to yours. Still with a reddish tinge, though. Oh.
Let's try it.
Fine. He just nicks his finger and nicks his thumb and puts it on the page. Oh, it is a little darker. It might be because you're whatever you are, says Undwin as he's nervous.
Still black? Or still reddish?
Yeah, there's some red to his blood. I don't know if you've seen Gracchus bleed. Maybe in the training yards, like you guys. Yeah.
Well, he was. What's his name? He was grappled before I got there. They were pummeling on him.
I'm not a doppelganger, kid. Oh, okay.
So how do we? Can we like have like a cool like handshake or something, or like a passphrase maybe?
Uh-huh. Unwin's just doesn't want to insult Magnus.
Magnus, Cid comes down.
Hey, buddy. Long time. Hope you enjoyed the little bits of food and drink I brought you.
Oh, you're here to see Cid. Okay, well, I'll be doing mage stuff over here. Come along, Benson. Let's leave
No, fuck Cid, I was looking for Magnus.
Yeah, how you feeling, Magnus?
Did Magnus just shout out, fuck Cid, I'm looking for Magnus?
yeah, Cid's right there. He's like, yeah, well, he does. Yeah, Magnus is like that. He's like the jock, right? So, yeah.
Okay, you're looking for yourself. Got it.
I know.
You looking for Phineas?
I'm looking. Cid, hey, look, yeah, I'm fine. What the hell happened to your arms? Wait, did he see him since he came back? Yes, because he told him about the box. Yes, so he did see them. I'm feeling better. I'm in my Lulus, not in a fucking prison anymore. Does Magnus still have headaches?
Yep.
Since he left.
Yep.
I'm getting headaches. I'm fine. No, he doesn't say that. I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right. Good. Tell me if anything feels different. Okay.
And then he leaves. Okay. Well, hey, you, Waka. Have you seen Phineas? When's he coming back?
The Grand Mage of Vadapol keeps his own schedule. We will tell him that you have stopped by, Mr. There's obviously some Poindexter doesn't know who the gladiators are.
Just tell him Magnus.
Magnus. Very well. As soon as we see the Grand Mage, we will deliver this message.
Thank you. Maybe let's go talk to Ashoka. Maybe he can figure this out.
Okay. Do we have to run?
Of course we do.
He drinks a fly potion or whatever he does, and makes his way back to the Ludus.
Come on, keep up.
He can do 60. He's faster than me, I think.
Has wings. He can use them.
Yep.
Yeah, he has wings.
like a helicopter in noise. This huge drone.
Wait, I want to jump on your back while you do that.
No.
Come on.
I'm gonna have to be paid double for this bullshit.
Right.
Awesome. You can use it in the fight.
Okay, so that was magic. Magnus going to talk to Dimitri. You were investigating the potion. Were you going to send comms to Vogel?
Yeah. So Cid is doing that. Let's go to comms. So Cid is basically saying, so sending in box.
Oh, looky.
Hey, look! Phineas gets out of the crapper.
Yeah. Oh, is he Mark?
He's trying.
Mark's here. Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Woo! No Resident Evil tonight. So Cid is sending to. By the way, Cid doesn't think that. Cid's still trying to figure out if Goodman, if the imp smelled him in the church or it smelled him in the tomb.
Both. Either.
By the way, Cid's going to be preparing. Sorry, Cid. So from now on, Cid's preparing lots of invisibility potions or seen visibility potions,
Okay.
and he'll keep his nostrils up. He wants to smell that little bastard.
Got it. What are you sending to Vogel? What's the message?
To Vogel is going to be some good. Sending inbox Cid to Vogel. There's going to be a so Cid is going to draw out the ring. So I mean I assume I can do some quick research to find out what kind of religion it is.
You spent most of your time eggheading over the potion this time.
Okay. So I will send him a drawing of the ring.
Okay.
Cid has that crap. Craft sketching. Let me draw the ring for you. 26.
All right. So the 9-pointed star ring you were able to draw.
Yep. I send him the drawing of the sketch of the ring and a couple of drops of the vial, like 2 drops of the vial in a smaller vial. And
Okay.
basically, I'm going to write this down, but a note saying, not sure if Goodman is a follower of Five-Faced God, but he spoke with some sort of creature, an abyss, some sort of creature, in one of the tombs I described, like the tombs in his secret chamber. That does not seem to align with the Five-Faced God. So
Got it.
and also that some things in Magnus's head might be a danger to the Ludus. Gonna figure out what it is, and the following: these droplets may contain food that needs to be fed to the creature after it stands on stones. It might be weakened by draining of magic. They are infernal, aberrant, aquatic food for whatever is inside of Magnus's head.
Got it. So what you get back in response is that is the ring of a priest of the cult of Asmodeus.
Does Goodman wear that all the time?
Yep.
It's not a cult, Uncle. It's a growing movement.
A lawful cult that has a single temple in the capital city.
Okay. Cleric of Asmodeus.
Vogel also responds, "This is indeed infernal brine. It would feed creatures of lichen kind."
I'm sorry?
The same types of creatures that this thing is would be the food.
It feeds something similar to what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a warning that the Asmodeans are a dangerous sort to mess with. Vogel fashion tread lightly.
Yeah, I took that. No, I took his note and put it down. Okay.
Okay, so he gives you a bit of information.
Yep.
The fight, Damian returns. Okay, Phineas, what was Phineas doing this week, Mark? And hey, how's it going?
Not bad, yourself.
Good.
I believe he would have been packing his bags and belongings and getting the F out of Dodge.
Got it. So you're preparing for your journey.
And
Are
he's
all of Mark's characters bravely running away from the campaign?
I don't believe I've made any. Oh no, no. Murgovane's all up for fighting the shadows.
Okay, so Phineas has been
Phineas sees himself more of the support person.
packing up stuff, grabbing some choice books from the library, kind of signing off a few things. So getting preparing for his journey.
And he's going to tell Undwin to pack his things too, because we're going on an academic journey to Terraslene.
Undwin comes back and says, "Oh, while you were gone, some interesting things happened. Magnus stopped by. He was worried about doppelgangers. I showed him the blood trick. That seemed to impress him. Oh yeah, an Inquisitor came by to meet Cid.
An Inquisitor?
His name was Inquisitor Goodman. They met in the hall of the Shattered Staff. It's just a place where the old broken magic items and things were. I don't know what they talked about, but I think the Goodman had a weird fiery winged imp with him. It seemed really mean.
And the imp left with him?
Yes, as far as I could tell.
Fine. Anything else?
No, just a few things that require your signatures. I'm also worried about the Countess. I think she's packing up to leave.
Yes. Well, I spoke with her today, and she has some business to take care of. I believe in the capital. I might be mistaken.
I think that strange legless elf, you know, the one that I told you about?
Arlen?
Yes. I
He
think.
knows me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's explaining it to Phineas, right? Arlen is. He's going to take us away. Apparently, it's not safe in Vatapol any longer.
Yes, actually, I am. Actually,
Should we go meet them?
Well, I'm not positive we're all going to the same place. You and I will be heading to Citadel by the lake.
That's where they're going.
Excellent. Oh, well, excellent. An excellent library there. Good time for you to learn history.
I can practice my Elven.
And unique. Precisely, and a unique opportunity to see Elven architecture before it's been restored. Because Imperials, while we are excellent at restoration, it's always with a few tweaks. Citadel by the Lake, or Terraslene as the locals call it, is pristine. It's as it was 300 years ago, before the arrival of the Imperial. Fascinating. I'm looking very forward to seeing it.
Oh, that's a funny coincidence. Will you be teleporting us there, or will Arlen?
I've never been there, so under the circumstances, I believe I'll let Arlen do the first teleportation until I've made myself acquainted with the...
Master, I heard that there's a greater teleport spell. You don't happen to know that one, do you?
Not as of yet.
Oh, he says.
I was busy learning legend lore. You can learn anything from it.
It was not a it was not a critique, Master. Not every wizard knows every spell.
Find me a wizard who knows every spell. One. Just one. And who can make the vast array of things I can make.
I will let you know if I ever come across such a wizard. And then we can both learn spells from him, and he smiles.
Go pack your bags.
Yeah, he goes and packs his bags. So Damian and the others have returned. Damian, I think, what did Damian do when he returned? Went and chatted with his sister.
But from Arlen's like, I'm actually not coming back with you guys.
Bravely ran away. Bravely ran away.
Yeah, what did Damian do? Damian and Arlen do? This was 2 games ago. I know Arlen went to the Countess, and they had that weird meeting. And then
Damian was going to go talk to Ashoka.
Got it. Okay. So, Ahmed, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. So you had wheeled yourself up to the estate, and you were going to teleport Sir Paldro and Countess. We'll back up just a moment. Just before you teleported them there, she said, "You may want to return in well, actually, we'll say this while you teleported back. You may want to return and fetch the young Undwin. I know that Phineas has been rather concerned for him. I was going to suggest that they come with him, but come with us. But now that the 3 of us are safe,
it's the Countess,
Sir Paldro, and Lady Bellevena.
Bellevena, right? Of course, Countess. I shall return with haste. Is there anything else that you need me to look into while I'm there?
Well,
Messages to your god.
Phineas has taken Undwin under his wing, and seemed rather distraught the last time we spoke. I think he's under considerable pressure from the Duke. You may want to speak to him. He is a very learned man.
Yes. I shall speak with Master Phineas, and make sure Undwin is I'll bring Undwin back on that with my return.
Okay. You never did come back for the things that you helped recover. They are at your disposal if you need them in this war to come.
Sorry, what is she referring to?
There were just a bunch of magic items. I think you have some of them. You've got the Shadow Star, you've got the compass. I don't know if you've got Ambrose's Glare Cutter goggles, the Ring of the Philomath Mystic, the Wand of the Stone Orb. Okay, so there is a list of things called Dowager Countess Opel, and underneath party pages that has a bunch of items in there. You should mark which ones that you actually have, and she's saying that the rest of them are also, like, you can use if you need.
Got you. Yes, of course, Countess. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I'll make sure that what we can use is put to proper use.
Okay.
Please,
Elves escort the Countess to the foreigner quarter. They ask you a few questions like, who are these people? Why are they here? But they seem to trust.
notify the custodian.
They trust Arlen enough to just basically house them for a time, as your Ludus and the Doomsday characters have increased teleportation traffic many-fold in and out of Terraslene as of late. No problems there. So I'm just going to remove them from the map. I'm assuming Arlen is going to teleport back to Vatapol to continue his business there.
Yep.
Okay. And then where are you heading after you teleport back?
I'm gonna go to the tower. Actually, I'm not going alone this time.
Foxfire
would you mind joining me?
just free ranks. It doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything else if you already have it as a class skill.
Do we have anyone with scent in our group?
Who is asking?
Arlen's thinking. Do we have anyone that has scent in our group?
I don't think so. Murgovane, maybe? You're not sure?
Alright, let's go then. If you wouldn't mind following, coming along with me. I did run into something that was somewhat, you could say, an extremely dangerous situation. And I'm glad it did not escalate, but would really like your help, just in case something does happen.
Ugg, during this time, is idle. So, sure.
One Ugg along.
One Ugg to push the chair. Let me find Ugg's token. Can't find him.
The chair is actually really useful in terms of why do you always have a brawny guy with you? Like, it's an excellent, like, social excuse to have a bodyguard in every situation.
Why do you have this 11th level barbarian pushing your chair? Right.
Until you spend
It's always
60
on break.
grand, until you spend 60 grand on a flying carpet that requires no
Okay.
bodyguard to move.
Phineas, you're vaguely aware that you helped Cid discover that there was some sort of aquatic, infernal, aberrant brine, like little almost microscopic sea monkeys in potions that he had, and the potions themselves kept these things alive, like provided the nutrients for these things to be alive. He was really obsessed with this potion that he found. You don't know why. You were half kind of like, yeah, it's that. Nope, there's probably nothing. Read this. You were kind of assisting him. But while you're packing your belongings and you're kind of going through do we bring this book? Do we bring that book? Do we bring this book?
Yeah.
Do we bring that book with Undwin? When a mage comes in and says, "Pardon me, grand mage, but there is an Arlen and a strange bodyguard with him, waiting for you in the receiving room." Oh, he's here.
Let them know I'll be down in a moment.
Cid, you kind of noticed that Phineas, because he'd been asking Phineas for tips while you're doing your investigation, that Phineas is packing for a prolonged departure.
Absence. Yeah.
He's got a trunk that he's got people filling it with stuff, and he's sorting through books, which ones he needs, which ones he doesn't, and
Where you going, buddy?
just sort of.
Like at curtains or whatever.
Yep.
You going anywhere? Can I come along? Huh? Where you going?
Shits himself. I told you how many times not to do that to me.
I'm sorry.
My anxiety.
I'm
I told
sorry.
you. Yes, the Duke has instructed me to head to Citadel by the Lake to do some research regarding shadow artifacts.
Oh. How's the Duke?
I'd
Why
like
the
to say,
shadow artifacts?
Because that's my assignment.
Well, that's horrible. Is there anything you need from me? My help. My help I can do for you. Anything you like, you know. Cid can get anywhere and out of anywhere. Mostly.
Oh, can you now? Then
Mostly,
the next time Mr. Goodman comes
mostly,
looking
mostly.
for you, please do your business outside the tower.
Ooh, there's something interesting I'm gonna tell you about. He's fun. He's a devilish one, I tell you.
Yes, I'm well aware of his bloodline.
I think he's got something in Magnus's head.
Oh my.
Shh.
Question. This place is under the mage's private sanctum, isn't it?
This is not, no, this is my room, which...
Can you
unless he's
cast
doing-
your sanctum thingy?
I have but one prepared, and... no. Write it down.
He shows him the note he was gonna give to Vogel. He's like, "Shh, you've already written down."
Apparently, Cid sends notes to Vogel.
It doesn't say to Vogel. It just says
Oh, okay.
in Magnus's head.
Okay.
Eats this. Blah blah blah. It's like,
Why is this already written down?
I like to keep notes.
this is what you get.
Sense motive?
Here, this is
Sure.
what it works.
29, what's your bluff?
This is what Cid writes. So you can read that.
My
There's supposed to
question
be
you got there.
there's supposed to be comments in like dashes in there, but they didn't show for some reason.
That's fine.
You want my bluff?
It's just a stream of consciousness from Cid. That's fine too.
23.
I like to keep notes.
Does not believe you, you're lying. Okay. I
It's easier
see.
to remember and send things. I mean, to remember things.
Of course.
Shh, he doesn't know yet.
Undwin's just wide-eyed at the thought of something in Magnus's head.
Don't tell Undwin.
Why would I horrify Undwin with this knowledge?
I'm
Have you
Child.
told, have you told Ashoka?
I'm right here.
He's in the room.
Wait, it's in the letter. It's in the letter.
Did
He
I
didn't
cast
read the
invisibility? Roof.
letter. He didn't read the.
Oh, okay.
the note
Yeah, no,
unless he
that's
did,
right. Yep.
So,
I will go and entertain Arlen while the two of you complete your note-taking. He's now thinking that you're writing things down because you don't want him to see it, and he goes and hangs out with Arlen.
Listen, as much as I like it, Magnus, I don't have time to deal with this. Let Ashoka know, and let Vogel know however it is you may be doing that, because I'm just the grad mage. How could I ever figure that out?
Who's
How many
Vogel?
words?
so Meta, he has a box that he puts stuff in.
There's more than 25 words.
He has a box that he just
Oh,
puts
okay.
stuff in, and it's.
So basically, it's more than 25, which is
I was thinking of
that's
putting
the
a bomb,
thing that Phineas is going to immediately.
putting a bomb in the
Okay.
box. Vogel opens it, explodes. It's one way to end your
Did
character.
I not tell you not to fuck with the box?
He sends a knife. Go frig yourself with this knife. Yep. So Cid is planning on seeing Ashoka. He's been
Okay.
trying to figure out what information.
All right, so you're gonna go leave and talk to Ashoka. You can see Undwin introducing Benson to Arlen and Ugg as you're leaving.
Hello, Benson. Oh, sorry. Hello, Benson. Look at you. You're quite furry.
Oh, he likes you, and he's licking Arlen's face.
Oh, that's a good dog. That's what a dog's anus tastes like.
It just
Ah,
sort of looks at Ugg. Ugg's like, gives it a quick pet.
Yes. Very good for you, Undwin. That's
It's
quite,
called an eidolon. I don't have to summon it like a regular summon thing. I could get lots of pets in.
oh, excellent. Oh, I'm glad. Then you have your own bodyguard.
Yes,
Excellent.
it is.
Well,
It is an excellent question. Are you bringing the staff of power with you?
no, he's leaving that with Duncan. If Duncan's going to be the master of the tower while he's away, he'll have all the tools he needs to do it.
Excellent.
So he's got the ring and the staff.
does the staff work in the city, or just the tower?
No, it works in the city.
Yeah, I think it only works within a mile of the tower.
Okay.
But it has the power of a nuclear bomb to blow up the entire town.
Maybe not the entire town. I wouldn't want to be his neighbor, though.
Property is really cheap over now. Good dog.
Phineas eventually comes down.
Ah, Arlen, looking for you. Glad to see you.
Phineas, I'm glad that we caught you and Undwin here. We'll be making a trip to Terraslene with Undwin. I'm not sure how. I guess you're traveling?
Yes, well, it seems the Duke has sent me on a fact-finding mission to leads in to say Terraslene. Seems all.
Counts 1, 2, 3. Undwin, could you bring your could you dismiss Benson for now and bring him with you when we
Oh, sure.
get to Terraslene?
He goes to, I think, a happy place. I'm not really sure.
Does he count towards a teleport? He's thinking. Arlen's thinking.
Phineas is looking shocked. How come when I ask you to put it away, I get a lot of back talk and whining?
Because we're going to teleport, Master, and Arlen can only teleport 3 by his counting.
For now.
I'm aware of that. The point is,
I'll see you in a little bit, Benson. You have fun in the happy place. Woof.
Comes back
Disappears.
in blood and shit. It's not a happy place.
I sure hope it's a happy place. He's a good dog.
Good. No, I'm sure if he's got your characteristics, he'll be a pure dog.
Undwin smiles at that.
The Countess requests you at her side, Undwin.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's a better place there.
Master, I only know second circle spells. I can't be a house wizard.
Oh, no. She still expects you to learn under Phineas, but she really wants you close to her side, especially in Terraslene. It's a very good place for you to learn.
Oh, yes. We get to practice our Elven.
Arlen, do you mind if I ask you a question? You've already teleported the Countess?
Yes.
When you did so, did she and Paldro teleport with a chest? Paldro.
Yeah, they have belongings.
They brought their belongings with them.
It would have been about this big, black with leather straps.
Yes, you remember that.
Yes, she did have this object with her.
Ah, good. I was just checking. It actually belongs to me.
Well, I will inform you. Let me inform you.
Was Paldro the guy who had to pick up all the stuff? Because somebody has to pick up all the chests and things when they teleport.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yep.
Old dudes and cripples.
Hold on.
Put it on my back.
Your bags.
The lap does not collapse.
All the
Arlen.
balls.
Arlen can cast. If Arlen is righteous might, can he teleport? What does that
You don't
count
count,
as?
no matter how big you are.
Is that your gear?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Doug just simply goes over to the trunk and lifts it up.
Be careful, my lab is in there. It's very fragile.
Was that what's jingling?
Yes. That tells me it's close to breaking.
Unwin's smiling at Ugg. There's a sneer on Ugg's face, but Unwin's been close enough to Ugg for a long time to know what an Ugg smile looks like.
Don't worry, Ugg is...
His
There
third
is a
arm
friend.
just scratching
Make
his,
sure nothing breaks.
scratching his nose.
Oh yes, I was checking to make sure I have enough fucking teleports for all this bullshit.
1, 2,
No, not people. Teleports. Okay, 4, yes.
4. Yeah.
Well, let's not, I hope I don't screw this one up. Prepare a teleport, just in case we have to come back, eh?
Oh, I always have one prepared.
Actually, Marty, do I have to roll? I haven't rolled... I don't think I rolled anything today, like there, back.
Oh, I think I rolled one for you, but go ahead and give me another percentile. You've been to Terraslene
Doesn't
many
the
times now.
anchor help with this?
It does. Nope, no problem. So, I'm going to move the former Grand Mage or the Grand Mage, now with an acting Grand Mage, and his...
It's not emeritus. What's the one, sabbatical?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
Grand
on
Mage on sabbatical.
It was a really long tenancy. It's like he was there for like 4 weeks. That he's on sabbatical.
Oh, I unless you're staying in Terraslene, I don't know if you want me to switch maps to that or not.
Yeah, we're going to Terraslene.
Staying in Terraslene.
Okay.
You can follow whoever you like.
Meanwhile, leaving Cid alone in the Tower of the Sage,
Fuck.
Cid goes and meets with Ashoka, and Cid actually, with Ashoka being busy on with his own stuff, like checking in with all of his spy networks and that sort of thing.
Sid spying on Ashoka while he's receiving his spy network.
Sid's spy network.
Cid notices that Damian is walking down the street towards
He's
towards Ludus.
whistling and happy because he escaped a vampire.
Oh, the sun is beautiful.
Fucking
Go
Damian.
live on a planet.
Yeah. Let's get Damian's token.
I will land in an alley and come out.
Where you going?
So,
At
hello.
least I didn't pop out of thin air this time.
Yes, you're gonna get stabbed doing that.
I hope I don't. So, how's Damian doing?
Damien is just fine.
Good to see you look like you're in positive.
Yeah, he's got new gear.
Shiny. What'd you kill?
Shadows, undead, terrible things. Wouldn't want to do it
shit.
again, but
Oh shit.
still worthwhile.
Is in the north? Yes.
Yes, in the north. It was that tomb the Circus of Dread and I were raiding.
Interesting.
Takes a note. Raiding tomb. No, he doesn't do that right away. Not now.
So, off to the Ludus?
Yes, I was hoping Ashoka might be around.
Maybe. Come with me. We'll walk together, you and I. Sid and
Certainly.
Damian and
You
Sid.
can only make me look handsomer.
Okay, he walked the block to Ludus. Well, now we're here.
Damien waits patiently for you to get the door for him.
Your masters are here. Open a fucking door.
Someone should.
Guards open the door.
Yeah, the guards. They open the door. You can see Magnus training in the courtyard, destroying training dummies with real swords. Splinters flying everywhere. Zed just sort of in the corner, arms crossed. Zargon watching from the darkness of his little pit.
Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. Why did they let you out?
Hey Damian, how you doing, you little bastard? Welcome back. Hey, where the hell were you?
Oh, I was raiding a tomb up north.
Oh shit, why'd you tell me I'd go with you? No wait, I
Oh.
was in the fucking prison. Fuck. God damn it, I missed out.
Ah, you missed out on that one, but there's more adventure to be had. There is.
Yeah, tell me, I want to do those were fun.
Do you remember that pirate that got away from us all those months ago?
The son of a bitch that killed some of our gladiators and destroyed. He broke my room.
Yes.
I remember the pirates.
Yes, well, seems they've been causing problems for my family. Now, apparently he's in charge of a few ships. So I have a proposition for the Ludis here. Is Ashoka about?
I don't know. He's probably shedding or something.
He is out. He is out.
Well, I've got two masters right here anyway, don't I? You both agree you basically overrule him anyway, don't you?
Zargon kind of ponies up beside Magnus, hearing.
Sargon, do you like treasure?
Yes, of course I like treasure.
Yeah.
You know who has treasure? Pirates. Pirates have treasure. Pirates who've been robbing my family.
Oh, that's what's happening. Sucks.
Yes, it does. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to put an end to it. However, I could use some help, and that help may come with certain benefits. Like my family not asking for all that money back that belongs to them.
I do not owe your family anything.
Oh, no, the pirates. They've taken ships and whatnot from them.
Magnus gives that look to Zed. He's like, "Well, you an idiot."
Dragon's just.
Gold, weapons, these
So-
sorts of things.
So
All
do-
my family needs in return is the ships, so they can continue shipping.
So you're interested in having these pirates taken out?
Yes, yes, and of course there's a fun little bit of revenge.
Do you have the documentation that would make such an endeavor legal?
Well, pirates are they're criminals. You can do what you want with criminals, basically. Besides, what I intend to do is lure them out. Look, the plan is not 100% complete, but they are raiding my family's ships, so a ship flying my family's flag is likely to draw their attention.
I would like to burn some ships.
Okay, yes,
I'd
here's
like
the
to
thing
split
about
them
that.
in two, like the guy right down the middle.
No,
And
no.
cross the pole my arms. Ah!
You missed the part where I said we need the ships back.
Burn the men on the ships.
I'm certain you can replace sails.
Yes, we can replace sails, but the ships themselves we need.
Zargon looking up at Magnus.
No, well, this is interesting. We need to find out where they are, and
I do not believe we need to find where they are.
They'll find us. If we sail out from the capital, I'm sure they'll find us.
Well, we need basically a good crew to go and fight them.
Yes,
I mean, Zed, you can transform and fly around, and Zagon can mess them up.
we need a good crew to sail the ship, a good crew to fight them, and he's just kind of opening his arms like, look at our Ludus.
Get that
I
loose,
cannot
bro.
speak for the gladiators, but this does not seem entirely disagreeable. If magical transport can be provided so that we do not miss our duties.
That's the thing. I don't want to. I want to make sure that everybody gets the fights in, and also,
D- This, so this is after like we had our talk, like the rest of our talk with Magnus, so he knows he's not allowed to leave the city. He's really not supposed to leave the building.
Yeah, he's under Ashoka's supervision. So
So it sounds to me if Ashoka comes with us, it's Magnus almost has to come.
yeah, I've been apparently a bad boy. I have no idea why I can't do anything anymore. But whatever.
Do you
get to
have the
join
writ from the church or whatever they sent with it?
Oh, here, maybe you can look it over. Maybe you can get me out of this bullshit.
yeah, you know what? You know Ashoka has documents. You just don't know where he keeps them.
Yeah.
Like a squirrel squirreling away fucking important documents and ownership papers, and they're in floorboards and under bed mattresses.
Ashoka is a mage or witch of some sort. If he can bring us to the boat and you find a way for us to get there while still maintaining our status here, I think there is an agreeable arrangement. It would also be good practice for Zargon to fight the men who would hunt him if he turned feral.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Before we leave, I wish to speak to Phineas about something important.
Alright, I believe it's the Grand Mage of Vanderpool now.
Yes.
You know where he lives?
Zargon glances to Zed and Magnus to make sure there's no one to, like...
They're, I think that. Oh, sorry.
You might want to hurry. I think they're leaving soon. Just go to the tower if you want to speak with them.
Okay, he takes flight in a panic.
You can hear the screams of the people on the streets. Listen.
Let's see. 1, he got there before Phineas finished packing. 2, it was right kind of as you're about to leave or just shortly before. And then 3, they've already left. They've already left. Zargon is pissed.
We feel
Well, let's see how he handles disappointment.
Ashoka and a very polite bird return to the Ludus, and you notice that they're all up having a drink around the table. You can hear Damian's haughty voice echoing from...
He's regaling everyone with the story of his heroism, fighting off all the shadows as the Circus of Dread have fallen all before him. How he kept them alive.
If you're fighting shadows, wouldn't the priest be the one keeping people alive?
Which is why they went for him first. Damn bastards.
You're saying there's a shadow swarm?
Oh yeah, it's horrifying. Led by an intelligent shadow.
Shit, that's this horrible. So, what's the shadow exactly?
Oh, Damian, my good friend. Glad to see you back. How are things?
Things are wonderful. Well, for me. Some family business I was wondering if you and the others wouldn't mind helping me out with. There's gold to be had.
Zargon.
I have a price for my help.
Oh? I have to say, I'm looking forward to hearing this, because this will go down in my memoirs one day. The day I bought the services of a dragon.
I'm not sure what to do next, but the heart calls to me. It must be inside my chest. Phineas is gone. Don't know where he's gone to.
Phineas is gone.
Yes. Well, he's flying Not flying, they use that word. Teleport. Arlen, they were here. They were here from Terraslene.
You've left Phineas with Arlen.
Arlen is the Lannister of the Circus, says Zargon. Oh yes, not very polite for them to abscond with our Grand Mage. Not very polite at all.
No.
Well, I can't really stop him now, can I?
He was supposed to be the one to put the heart in me.
Yes, he was. He appears to have been derelict in his duty to his friends. Zargon?
Well, I don't know if he had much of a choice. Not from Arlen's side. No. From the Duke. The Duke's quite something. He asked him to go.
Do
for
you
stuff.
Do you know someone else that can help me?
Potentially.
Well, then that is the price.
What is the task?
Here we go and fuck up some pirates. Y'all know how to swim?
Which pirates?
Oh,
He missed the speech. He doesn't know. Damian, do your thing.
do you remember those pirates that Crixie was involved with?
Yes.
Sea God's Fury?
The one that fucked up my room.
Yes, the miscreant who fucked up Magnus's room. Apparently he started up business again. Near to the capital. He's been raiding my family's ships for months now.
Why your family?
Well, my father makes all sorts of enemies. And I'm sure what we did didn't,
Sorry to hear about him.
The Sea God's Fury is associated with, and what's the name of the pirate in the capital?
The hilt.
The
Oh
hilt.
yeah, I think there's a doppelganger that looks like me.
There's a doppelganger that.
Conversation
We've already checked. This one is our Magnus. You did miss that, Damian. Yeah, there was a. The church is looking for doppelgangers.
Oh, from Canterport?
Why would we want to declare war on the hilt?
Oh, because they have money. And you're not declaring war if you eliminate them entirely. It's not a war anymore, it's more of a massacre for fun. If done correctly, of course.
You guys know that the hilt funded the Sea God's Fury.
So you are certain that the captain that we're talking about is... give me a second. Grab this from my notes.
Sabros Blackheart
Is
was the
Sabros-
former Lannister of the Sea God's Fury. He's the one that, during all the chaos of fighting Crixies and you attacking
He
the slave
escaped away
boat,
on his little pleasure boat.
he escaped.
From my father's own lips before they stopped speaking, of course. And he
How
does a
is
poor
he, by
job
the
of
way?
saying fame.
How is your father, by the way? I heard he was ill.
He's not doing so well. Poor heart, you know.
How's your sister taking it?
Oh, in stride. She looks like a delicate flower, but she's a tough nut in the end. Like all us Van Imps. If you saw what my brother married, you'd just realize how tough we are.
So the suggestion here is to ambush Sabros and rob him.
Yes. That's an oversimplification, I suppose, but there
So
is some
what the fuck?
intelligence.
Slow
that
down,
needs to
man,
be
you're
done.
crazy.
I admit, but I have to get to the capital to do that.
And what do you need from us, Damian?
Oh, I need a capable fighting force. I'm sure I can kill Sabros on my own, but The rest, whole crew of pirates, by myself, probably not. I just thought I'd offer the opportunity to you and my friends before I went and hired mercenaries.
You do not require us on the boats, correct? You simply need us to be a fighting force?
Yes, but you'd have to be available at a moment's notice. Or virtually. Oh, I see those devious wheels turning. You have a magical solution for this, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and kill them all.
As long as I'm familiar with your...
Yes.
As long as I'm familiar with your boat, then yes, there is a magical solution.
Excellent. Well, it seems I should go to the capital and procure a boat for you two.
Now, is the capital within a teleport away, or is it too far?
Let's have a look here.
Too far.
I'm going to save campaign. I think it's pretty far. Damian is probably going to want to go back home to get more information about which boats were lost and where and what they were doing. And
yeah, he's going to do some intelligence work.
Yeah.
It'll probably take a couple weeks.
Vatapole, Terrak. There we go.
Terrak.
Vatapole is and Vin Vossa is
Where the hell are the... Is it like off like west of Princeport, or where the heck is the...
Princeport is the main port city of Vin Vossa. That's just outside of Vin Vossa.
Where are these ships being raided? Or we don't know.
You don't have a lot of details. So 130. Give me a second. Give me a calculator. Really, Windows? You're not gonna. 26 times 60 is how many miles?
Many. 4,000.
No, that's not that much.
Some number. Calculator. Too tired.
1,560.
So, it's actually not too bad. That's from Vatapole to Vin Vossa?
Yep.
So 16th level caster teleport.
Yep.
So no one in the city.
Well, it's no one in the city, but I mean, it's like...
You guys have been to Cantaport. Cantaport is 9 times 60. You've been to a inn somewhere near the Cleft of Kelmar. That's halfway there. You've been to Cantaport. You've been to the Red Vineyard Estates. Like, there are some teleportation jaunts to get to Vin Vossa. And Phineas isn't here, so Phineas could tell you about the spires that they are slowly putting as they're going westward. So you can just yeah, but you guys don't have access to that. You're not Imperial Magi.
All right. So, aside from riches, what is in it for us?
Beyond riches, what else could you possibly want? Oh, of course, it'd be my family's gratitude.
I'm assuming your family's gratitude has potential sway in it?
It always does. Do you think you could be as eccentric as my uncle without having sway?
Whatever do you mean? As the biggest, liest, fluffiest lie there is. What do you mean? Your uncle's weird? No. Get out of here. He might be listening. He's normal. Everyone else is weird. It's their fault. clogs are... Everybody wishes they had clogs. I mean...
It's just the lack of clogs is why no one else wears them.
Exactly. I mean, why would you want your shoes made out of one sculpted piece of wood?
Okay.
One inflexible piece.
How
of
many people
art.
can can Ashoka teleport?
Ashoka teleports, yeah.
How many people can he
How
teleport?
many though?
Ashoka can teleport like 4. Is it good?
3?
3? Yeah, well, if we get 12th, that would be 4. So 3 right now. So Cid, Magnus, Zargon will basically wreck whatever face needs to be wrecked. That is a fighting force of doom.
So in a 5-day period, you could do teleportation ferries to Cantaport and then to the capital. So in a block of time, you could do that travel effectively.
There and back.
You need to teleport to Cantaport, back,
I mean, if we're-
Cantaport, and then Vin Vossa, Cantaport, Vin Vossa.
Well, it's the question being how many people he's sending, right?
Yeah, if you have 2 groups of 3, you can do that. If you have 1 group of 3, then no problem. So it comes down to who are you bringing.
Yep. Well,
And I've got Scarab, Damian, Cid, Zed, Magnus, Zargon as the candidates. I don't know if you're bringing any more of your.
Those are the I can't pirates should shit themselves.
what's this buzzing sound?
Shoot it down. We can't.
We didn't have a grapple cannon.
While it's like Zargon's buzzing, Cid is somewhere off just stabbing people and things are exploding, and then one end of the boat is being attacked by Zed, Magnus, and Damian.
Yep.
With
Pushing to the
Ashoka
side.
flying around invisible, just doing Ashoka.
Ashoka just going there. Yep, getting paid. This is just, the do I have to actually make a maybe dominate one pirate and make him fight in my stead? I don't know.
Is it agreed? Will you help me with my heart if we come and disturb some pirates?
Yes.
I will do
But
my best not to set ships on fire, but accidents do happen.
I
Guess you don't want them blown up either.
No, I really can't make this more clear. We need the ships.
Okay,
We need.
not blowing them up. Got it.
I'll tell you what. I will head to Vin Vossa, make some inquiries, come up with a plan. I'll bring it back to you.
Perfect.
I just need to know you were interested.
We are interested.
All right then.
How are you going to get to Vin Vossa?
He'll inquire about teleportation. He doesn't know. He doesn't know Ashoka teleports. So
We just said we did.
There's one. What languages does?
Yeah, I guess they were just having a conversation about teleport in front of you. So, because Zargon asked, "How are we going to get there?" Shit.
By magic. We still need to keep our presence here.
Yes.
Ashoka's going.
Because Ashoka's also familiar with the capital, and I think
Yep.
Magnus has spent time in the capital. So,
How will you be getting to the capital?
I'm sure one of the local mages. I'll ask at the tower who's capable of teleport. Who's looking for
Phineas is gone.
You probably want it to be quiet. I can take you if you wish.
His eyebrow raised. Ashoka.
Also, I know Magnus was when we fought the trolls. Everybody who fought the trolls knows that. Like, Zed knows that Ashoka teleports, and Magnus knows that Ashoka teleports.
yep.
It seems I've been missing out on your adventures. Oh, it's good to be back. You know, the other ones, nice guys, don't get me wrong. Interesting bunch. A little on the soft side at times.
Okay, so basically, in the next for Ashoka, you guys are going to be traveling. Magnus is traveling. There's like a teleportation hops that you'll make. Phineas will plan later because he's kind of with the other group now. Cid is doing the teleporting. Zed is doing teleporting. Damian's doing teleporting.
I thought I was just going to send Damian.
No, just Damian's going at first.
Got it.
He's
I
going
will let Damian plan for how many weeks, and then the stipulations, once everybody else is not around, will be...
Okay, so
Damian.
effectively Damian and Ashoka then are going to go and find information. I can't think of two better people to go and find information. Okay,
Why? Because you bring like Gracchus and Magnus and all.
It's pretty obvious what's happening.
Want Cid to come along?
okay.
Sid with you?
Somebody needs to keep track of what's
We need to do a fight between Riznar and Quailsy, and then we need to do a fight for the last fight of the first round of the Tournament of the Rose. This involves the Coalition guys, and then we can close out this turn. So let's go to Vatapol Civic Arena. Zed is escorting. This is kind of going on like before Damian has his big powwow with everyone. And
So, Magnus, Chella's response to the that sending was, she is in the Covenant, or the Convent, the place is challenging her faith, and she misses home. That's the translation.
She's fine. Good to hear.
I gotta go take my dog out. Because
Okay.
I can't have her shitting in the hotel, so I'll be back in a few
Oh,
minutes.
you can use it like for like a sneak attack on like the
where
cleanest
are you,
tomorrow.
Mark?
I'm at the Comfort Inn in North Bay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it comforting?
Ask the
It's
dog
all
that's
right.
shitting on the carpet.
She's very comfortable. Here. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Mhm. Okay, we've got
I get to fight with Cid.
Cid, Quailsy, and Zed, I guess, because I guess Cid feeds potions to people beforehand. Going to Vatapol Civic Arena.
Oh, the orc. What else will be there? Still gathering.
Oh, Nova? Yeah.
Nova.
Okay. Let me just pull a few of these assholes off to the side, because they're not all in the veins.
Ow.
Yeah, they're not all
I have a
here.
boo-boo.
So this is Quailsy versus Riznar.
Wow.
But the tournament actually happens first, so I think we should do the tournament fight first, just to keep things
Alright.
just keep things in order.
I want to watch Titus fight.
Hold on.
Taking notes. How does he do?
Right.
What kind of cheating do they do? Cheat. Do.
Titus.
Screw you, Amit, for making the rules. It's now precedent.
All right, so Titus, the civilized orc, the champion of the coalition of the Black Crucible, against Neil, the timid of the Knights of Vatapol, not the Knights of Vatapol, the Knights of the Broken Shield. I think we should do this via the normal combat method.
If the D6 method doesn't let me know how they fight. Come on, Neil.
So this was on the same day prior to Ajax going crazy and having that fight. So like Zed's actually there with Pecorin and others kind of standing in the wings. Yeah, we're kind of hopping around in time, but that's fine. We can handle it.
Let's do the time warp again.
Let's do a notepad for
That
initiative.
is still the coolest token for Titus.
Yeah, that was That
I
was...
want a mask like that. Like if I was like a new Lucian mask, that's very similar to a Lucian mask.
For some reason, Windows tonight is having a really hard time with the basic things like opening up a notepad, searching for a calculator.
Did they make it better?
Titus.
By breaking it?
Neil. Okay. Titus, let me also bring up his sheet because I'm curious. I think you guys stuck his sheet in a OneNote somewhere. Is this Lucas's OneNote? If somebody could send me the link to that, that'd be awesome. Searching.
Processing.
There we go. I am going to save this link. Link to it from my OneNote. It's weird. Ludus spreadsheet, and this is the Ludus Gladiator builds. Cool, thank you. We've got Titus Aurelian, the civilized orc, champion of the coalition, versus Neil the timid.
Versus Deadman the Third.
Walking meat that they just threw into the
Chum Bucket the Elder. Like
oh, weird. People are booing the Neil the Timid. He just sort of waves his hand and pulls up his tower shield and hunkers down in a defensive stance.
Was Neil randomly rolled, or like how did we end up with this guy? What is the story of this guy and how he showed up in this game? I'm confused.
People are cheering as Titus has made quite a name for himself after his first match, carving his initials into the chest of a northern barbarian.
Yeah, I don't know. Magnus might have been told that this guy likes to mar barbarians.
Neil the Timid. He's got a short sword or like a gladius, and he just sort of waves it towards Titus. Like looking for like a nod from Titus. Titus just stretching and grimacing underneath his helm. He is not like waving at the competition.
He's a piece of brick. I see.
Neil the Timid. He's got a decent dex. And we'll roll initiative. He gets an 8, however. So Titus looks like he got a 16.1, and Neil got an 8.4. Titus gets to go first. It looks like 5 foot steps off and then drinks his shield potion. So 5 foot step ends your movement for the round, drinks his shield potion. It looks like Neil the Timid takes a step off of his... he actually takes a step off backwards this way and drinks a potion himself. Titus, yeah, no worries. DM's job number 1 in fights is to make sure action economy isn't broken. Maintain consistency, so I don't mind doing that. My players even break it sometimes. We've only been playing this game for
2 years.
I honestly don't think Ahmed has ever actually not broken Axe to combat. Only when he's sleeping.
So what I'm saying is no apology required. This will make sure most of the time when it's working properly. Okay, what is Titus doing? I think he's either drinking a potion and moving up, or moving towards Neil, setting up a charge. Okay, so he's going to double move. I think his movement is 30. Oh, I could look. Why don't you look, Marty? He moves at 20 because of his armor. Interesting.
Oh, let's see there.
Yeah,
I'll go research already.
He's wearing full plate. Okay, so he double moves forward slowly in his full plate. Of course, Neil the Timid is also in full plate. Neil the Timid.
He's in full plate. I thought he was a swashbuckler. Anyways, that's right. I haven't looked at these things.
Okay, Neil the Timid, behind his tower shield, positions himself opposite of where Titus is, keeping the circle between him and Titus. He will quaff a second potion, however. Titus is moving towards him to set up a charge. So Titus is going to double move forward. Neil the Timid is going to 5-foot step around the circle. He's not in the circle, he's not touching it, but he's just sort of on the edge, and drinks a third potion.
Oh, this Neil the Timid guy. I'm liking his skis. His cowardly skis.
Titus is annoyed that he's using the circle as a buffer.
Anti-magic shield.
and we'll charge. It will kind of like move 40 feet in this direction. Neil the Timid, then, despite the boos of the crowd, moves around to here. He can move more than 20 feet with his heavy armor. What happened? That's at 7th level? No, he can only move 20. And goes full defense.
Cat mouse, huh? I don't want to do this.
Why am I here?
Yeah. Yep. He is. The crowd, any goodwill that the Union had created earlier is now gone. So the Knights. People are booing the Knights, and they're at +0. Even though
from the Knights.
He is from the Knights of the Broken Shield, but he came from the Knights and now serves the Broken Shield.
Sacrificed.
Okay. Titus, growling in anger, moves to the far side, avoiding the circle. And then Neil the Timid moves 20 feet in full defenses. People are booing. He's now at -1. Boo! Get in there! What are you doing, you coward? And he just sort of nods to the crowd as he's moving around the circle. All right, what is Titus doing? Okay, Titus, while Neil is full defensing, tries to push him into the circle. Yeah, he's got to catch up to them first. So he's going to double move all the way up to Neil on this round. Neil is then going to... He does not want 5-foot step back, full defense. Hunkering down underneath his tower shield. He's got his gladius to the side. It's not a death match, right? You can hear him saying.
Coward. Alright, just get a little to me. Get him, you coward.
Titus. Titus is just gonna go like this and move around and then try to bull rush him in. Try to push him into the circle. Does Titus have bull rush? Let's have a look here. Background feet dodge. I don't think he has bull rush. Does he have any of those weird swashbucklery things? Nope. Okay. So Neil doesn't get an AOO because he was going full defense. So Titus kind of runs up and half kicks him into the in the tower shield and is going to try to bounce him back. I think there's a CMB check to this. I don't see a CMB in here. CMB plus 12 plus the crowd is at a +1, so 13.
Plus 12? Seems really low. Like it should be.
Bab 6, strength 6.
So strength, dex plus at least 4 for full defense. If
No.
6.
That plus 12 is the CMB for the
Oh
for
shit!
the maneuver.
Sorry, I thought you were calculating CMB.
No.
Sorry.
CMD for Neil the Timid is CMD would be 10 plus strength. He's got a tiny bit of strength. He's suffering
He's
under
got
the
full plate on. He's got a whip. It's heavy.
his dex. He's got a good dex, and then some defensive spell, and then that doesn't affect his thing, and then that does not affect his thing. But that does. Plus 2 bull strength. Plus 6 for bad. 27 CMD. Not counting the
Total defense.
the total defense. Oh, plus 1 dodge. 28, not counting the total defense. So
Does he have acrobatics?
yeah.
Then 34.
Titus bounces off of Neil the Timid. Oh, that wasn't very nice. He is going to, on his turn, take an AOO as he's moving around to do the same thing to Titus. Now let me check his AC. AC of his full plate. Oh, plus 11 armor, plus at that level it would be 1, 2 dex, plus 2 deflect, plus 1 doge, plus 2 natural, plus 6 tower. His AC is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 34. All right. 31 does not hit Neil the Timid. His AC is 34 behind his tower shield with all of his armor and the spells that are running. Neil the Timid's going to try to push you in. He does not have bull rush. However, I don't know whether or not Titus has combat reflexes because he just took an AOO. All right, Neil's going to try to push Titus into the circle. Bab of 6. Strength currently is at +5. That's +11. Gets a 22 on his CMB to push Titus back, and Titus's CMD is 23 before any buffs. Okay. Okay, he failed to push Titus as he kind of wandered around. The crowd is cheering. Titus is now going to, I think, full round the coward and played a game of standard dazzling display. All right, awesome. So Titus is trying to intimidate Neil the Timid with his finesseful attacks and swinging of the sword. I believe we went through this before. He can do it as a standard instead of a full round. Is that correct? So I think there is an intimidate check. Now, leading up to this fight, Titus has been on his regimental diet of orc trail rations, so he's got a slight bonus to his intimidate.
What? He's got bad breath, and therefore
he's really like, oh, really ragey and angry. The DC of this intimidate is 10 plus hit dice plus wisdom modifier plus bravery. So we're looking at 18.
This guy has bravery.
He's a fighter.
Yep.
He is intimidated for 1 round, but I think Titus has a 1.5 times longer.
So one.
For at least 2 rounds. Yeah, you didn't beat it 5-5. Okay, so he is intimidated. Now I don't know if there was that additional power. His signature skill and intimidate. If you can see to demoralize a target by at least 10, so I'm gonna write down what his demoralize intimidate value would be. 16 plus 8 plus 1. The DC right now is 19. I don't know if it keeps on. I think it goes up every time you attempt to intimidate him. So right now it is DC 24. All right, that was a standard action. You did that. Titus could also take a 5-foot step to not be in bull rushing distance of the circle. Oh, you're quite impressive, says Neil. You're quite impressive indeed. Take this! He's going to attack with his Gladius. 6, 5, 11, 12, 13. He's just going to try to slice at a -2 for the tower shield is AC 20, which comes close, but Titus is able to block with his own Gladius and slaps the Gladius off to the side. Now we're talking a secondary attack at +8. -2 for the tower shield, -1 for the crowd. Critical threat at AC 24. With the shield spell, you have an AC of 25. So he missed. He is level 6. Neil, the Timid, has gone, which brings us back to Titus. Oh, was Neil the Timid blooded? In a second. Was he the extra guy brought in? Turn summary.
Doesn't blooded just really mean you got through one match?
So Neil the Timid was the guy. No, the blooded guy that got brought in was from the Union, and his name was Picker Glast. Was the guy who was replacing Meth Cat who died in the fight. Who died in the fight against Titus already. Don't know. This guy is a veteran. He likes to turtle. And I think after Titus intimidated him, it lasts until Titus's turn. So yeah, he's no longer intimidated. Which is this guy's AC 34 behind full plate and a tower shield and a bunch of spells and stuff. All right, now it's Titus's turn. What does Titus do? Five-foot step back and bull strength potion. Okay, so Titus takes a 5-foot step back away from Neil the Timid. This is considered... Wow, that was loud. This is considered... he needs to make a performance check as he is backing off from the opponent to do a thing. So give me a performance check for Titus, which I think he's pretty good at. +9. +9.
9?
No problem. The crowd is anticipating Titus's move as he gets stronger. Neil the Timid, fearing further wrath from the crowd, 5-foot steps forward towards Titus, and full defenses. It's not the face, okay? I don't want a T on her face. I hate this guy. Success! just not the face. Have pity on an unmarried guy.
I'm not saying murder him, but humble him.
A Turtle Adam build. Oh, Fleece is going to beat this guy's ass in, just in case we're wondering. Turtle Adam build. Why you, Lucas?
Okay. Full attack from Titus, I'm guessing, or some sort of intimidating attack. I'm not sure what we do here.
Grapple him.
Keeps total defensing.
Okay. Your attack roll, are you power attacking or no? If you're not power attacking, it is +15, +10, plus an additional 2 for the bull strength, so +17. And then there's an additional 1 on top of that, I think, for the crowd. So +18, AC 20. Nope, second attack at a +13. Just sparking against his shield.
Waiting for this Titus's guy's damage. I'm assuming it's huge.
Ding, ding, sting, ding. I could keep this up all day, says Neil.
31. You got a 31.
AC 31. So
with the total defense on a full plate guy with dodge and tower shield?
yeah, his AC is 40 right now.
Oh, this is...
Ah! Ah!
Alright, so when people making fun of this coward guy, what you do to make him useful is you have him able to do this and then make him a healer. And then the healer just be annoying. Right?
He's screaming behind his shield. Ah! Ting, 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 ting. So Titus is just beating away. He's gonna you're gonna try dazzling display this next round. Yeah, he's gonna full defense again. Instead, Titus basically kind of dances around him and does all these nimble maneuvers. Every time you try to intimidate somebody, the DC goes up by 5, so the DC is now 24. Let's have a look. He's got a plus 22 on his intimidate. This could now 39 on the intimidate. So he's like, ah, ting, 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 ting. There's just so much sparks and such vicious blows against his shield that his arm is starting to go numb. And at this point, yes. So let's figure out how many rounds first. So DC 24 is 15. So that's, you beat it by 3. So 4 rounds, and then you add a half. So he's intimidated for 6 rounds. Let's go through the thing. Because of your power through signature skill Intimidate, if you exceed the DC to demoralize a target by 10, it is frightened for 1 round and shaken thereafter. The DC is equal to 10 plus the number of ranks in Intimidate. So 10 plus 6 is 16. Where did the 18 come from?
The orc rations is what they're saying.
I think that it adds to your... I don't think that adds to DCs. Or does it add to the DC? Let's have a look at orc rations.
Is this like a normal item?
Yep. Orc rations. I just want to see the way it's worded. I get that it adds to the DC of... Is it the DC?
Orc trail rations. Typical orc trail ration consists of coarse black bread, thin sausages, hard as leather that must be chewed slowly to soften them.
Yes, it does. Plus 2 to the DC to resist any intimidate checks you make.
That is weird.
It is weirdly written,
Because
but also
that is
very specific to this power.
The specific thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's just a plus 2 to all things related to intimidate. Got it. Yes. Okay. It is written in a very poor way for how intimidate actually works. That's why I was confused.
Most people would never get the chance to do anything with that.
Yep. His will save. He's got a plus 2 from wisdom, plus 1 for bravery, is 3. And then what does a 6th level fighter get? Is it plus 2 at 6th?
Maybe.
So this gladiator costs what? 3 meals per day, 3 gold pieces per day.
Yeah. So 2, 2, and 1. So he's got a plus 5 on his saving throw. He fails. So now he's frightened for 1 round. Well.
At least he gets to keep his stuff, but he's going to run away.
Now it's his turn. He's frightened.
Runs away.
Right. So I'm just going to see if you can actually withdraw as a frightened.
I believe you do everything to defend yourself.
Is unable to flee. It may fight a frightened creature. Is -2 to attack. Blah blah blah. So he is going to withdraw away from
The scary thing.
scary thing. And he's not even trying to do this in a graceful way. So he's now at a -2. People are throwing garbage and insults at him all around the arena. And he... the frightened ends up dropping. Now, let me reread that effect. I think it's just the... let me read your signature skill again. It says... Whenever you create a fear or mind-affecting effect that imposes a penalty or bonus of the duration of at least 2 rounds. So the fear effect is only 1 round, but the 5 additional rounds of shaken have already had this into account. So okay.
Probably should cast a remove fear on fleas.
All right, so he's not fearful by the time he ends the round. Now Titus is going to basically, I guess, charge him.
It's a good time to hit him. He's not defensing.
Yep.
Or move forward, drink a 2-strike.
So drink a true strike and 5-foot step, or do you want to move up to him?
We got two people voting for drink the true strike.
Okay. Titus drinks a true strike and 5-foot steps. Neil the Timid, who's now shaken for his first round. People are throwing things at him. He sees Titus coming for him. He's going to move like... He's going to move like this in full defense.
This guy is awesome. He is so annoying. I like him.
This guy's such a bitch. Yes! Your guy killed a guy in his first gladiatorial match, and now you made him pee his armor. All right, well, Titus moves at 20, so I don't know how you're getting to him without being in the circle. You could charge.
It takes a while for the circle to drain your spells, if I remember correctly, so you might be able to...
No, it's like a D4 spells per round.
Yes, so you could charge. You could charge and try to, like, jump, I guess. You could do a jump to try to get there, and there would be an acrobatics check involved in leaping over the stones and trying to get at him before.
If Neil wins this, Fleas is going to get a giant magical can opener, and that's what he's going to the arena.
Go around it. Yep. If you double move around it, however, you can't charge because it's not a straight line, and you don't get to attack, and then your true strike would be down. Because you need to.
Are we allowed to offer suggestions?
Yeah, sure.
If you have a throwing weapon, it would be a good time to chuck something at him just to get some blood on the field. Just whip a dagger at his face. You know, whip a spear, javelin, whip a something. Whip your gladius or.
Do it, charge. Okay. So we're charging, and he knows the null stones are bad, so part of the charge is going to be him trying to like jump over part of the null stones. And he'll basically end up here. So give me an acrobatics check for Titus the Civilized Orc. It looks like acrobatics is +9. However, he is wearing full plate, so I think that's -4 for full plate.
Shut up.
What is the armor check penalty on full plate?
-5.
Masterwork full plate, so it'd be -4.
-4 plus.
Okay.
What bet did they make on this?
Armor training. Would take off another one.
Plus armor training, though. Yeah, so he is a 6th level fighter, so I think it's -3. So +6. You're not jumping? Okay, you're just going right through. Okay, he's got two spells running. If he's just gonna run across the stones, you get D4 spells are dispelled in that round when you're running across the stones. Okay, we'll try the jump. +5. Only one spell goes down. Ooh. And 1, if you roll a d2, 1 is shield, the first spell you put up. 2 is the true strike.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, but there's a bull strength.
Sorry. 1 is shield, 2 is bull strength, 3 is true strike, in the order that they were put up. Okay,
Bull
so
strength.
bull strength got drained by the stones. Your shield and your true strike are still there on this round. You do land, however, on the stones. People are like, because they know the stones are kind of like a bad starting position. But Titus wants to win, so he charges in with the true strike, with the gladius going towards Neil's face. At this point in time, Titus is so pissed off that he will carve a T on this guy's forehead.
Well, it's that or carve a penis. It's your choice now.
All right, so I believe we already rolled the attack roll for that plus 20. It was 47 or something like that, plus the charge. So that is a hit.
It was remarkable.
Yeah, it was a hit. So you guys have done blood to him. You done it. People are cheering as you go in and attack and charge with bull strength. I think the damage is D6 plus 17.
Without bull strength.
Oh yeah, sorry, without bull strength. D6 plus 15. I'm gonna copy pasta what you guys rolled up top. D20 plus 39 is what Fox rolled. It was an 8. Oh, sorry, I rolled it again, but the first one is the 18 damage.
Oh, that's good damage. Oh, why does he hit so hard?
You're on the stones. You should submit, says Neil the Timid. Now, looking at these, any shaken, frightened, or panicked opponent hit by you this round is flat-footed to your attacks until the end of your next turn. So I think he loses his. You shatter his defenses. He loses his dodge and dex bonuses on his AC until the end of your next turn. Okay, so right now he's floundering. You dropped his AC by 3.
All the dodge bonuses are gone, plus all the dex bonuses are gone.
Yeah.
So by 9.
Oh yeah, if he full defenses, right?
Right. If he full defenses, he gets none of the bonus from it.
He withdraws.
It's perfect.
He's not full defensing though, and his AC is now 31. Titus is now on the stones.
He's on the stones.
So he's just going to charge him again. Roll a D2.
Well,
I get a D1. So
his shield's gone.
The shield spell goes down.
They're going for the penis, Marty. They want to carve a penis on his forehead.
Okay, so he just strides across the stones, not caring that the magic just goes away. He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him.
No, you put it with your surprise attack.
The performance was for what? It was for max damage? No. What was the performance check for? Oh, yeah.
There was no... It wasn't max damage, it wasn't a critical threat.
Anyways, I think that was your attack roll. That's a critical threat. D2.
As long as he has a plus 11?
Yeah.
Yep.
So roll damage again, roll to confirm the critical.
To confirm?
AC 31 for the confirm. Okay. All right. That's still D6 plus 15 damage is a lot. So he's at 35 damage. You've now bloodied him.
Talk about making you work for it.
And he's flat-footed because he's shaken, and you're shattering his defenses.
Oh, does that in perpetuity?
Any shaken, frightened, or panicked opponent hit by you.
Weird.
First blood. Oh, okay. Is that what that was? Sorry. You've created a very complete character. Where is First Blood listed?
It might be part of combat.
Oh, I think it's part of combat performance. Yeah, yeah. That's fine.
We've ignored half of those rules for most of the fights anyway.
Given that there's stuff at stake, we can go ahead and roll that. Your performance check. I'm not gonna.
Oh, that or that other thing was a performance check which succeeded and then the attack missed.
No. Not quite. There's a big crowd at the beginning of the tournament. It's very close, but not quite. Okay. Neil the Timid has 3 more rounds of this fatiguery. He's bloodied and can't full defense because Titus is shattering his defenses. Oh, I think I need to attack back. I think this is... Yeah, 22 is still very close, but no cigar. He's going to attack back half-heartedly. Look at these penalties. So he's at 1d20 plus 11 with all the spells that are running. You had to move and attack, so I think your Dazzling Display is a move. Yeah, he's gonna half-heartedly attack back. I'm trying to figure out his penalties. He's at -2 for Tower Shield, -2 because the crowd's booing him, and -2 because he's shaken. There's his first attack, AC 19. Titus is able to block that with his blade, and then this is 5, so he's just at a D20. He gets AC 6. When you spend a swift action to make a performance combat check, you present a weapon, you gain a +2 on performance combat check, and make an intimidate check to demoralize all foes within 30 feet of your display. Oh, okay. All right. We're moving quickly. You can roll that demoralization check from last round, I guess. So that this is a swift action, which the DC now is 29. So you beat it by 5, not enough to make him frightened, and it's not more than 3 rounds. Because you only beat it. So there was
the DC goes up by 5.
Yeah, and the DC goes up by 5, so the DC for Intimidate is now 30. Okay, this was your first attack, AC 30, misses by 1. Do you have some sort of, like, swashbuckler power to boost that, or is there a charmed life thing, or not? Oh, you could use a victory point. I think you guys have a victory point if you wanted to. Oh, I forgot +2 from crowd. Great. It's +1 from crowd, but that's cool too. Yeah, that's a hit. Roll damage. Oh, 55 damage. You hit hard. You hit hard. How are your cuts getting by my shield? And then his second attack for the round, Titus. AC 22 hits him in the shield. I just keep on hitting the shield. We'll just do that for a while, and then we'll call it even. We'll call it quits. I'll let you win after a while, okay? Titus just growls at that.
Scumlord.
Okay, Neil the Timid. He's pretty sure you've got no magic left. He's gonna start defensing his way towards the healers. But since his defenses got shattered, he can't full defense, so he withdraws towards the healers because he knows this is gonna end bad. All the healers are clustered over on this side of the battlefield. I think Titus is going to charge. He's had enough of this guy. AC 31, plus 2 from the charge, plus 1 from the crowd. AC 29, burn! Against the shield again. You almost got through! You didn't shatter his defenses this turn, so he can... We should victory point, yep. You could need a 2 or higher on your... You hit, you spend your single victory point. I'm erasing that now from your looter sheet. You almost hit me! You managed to get around his defenses as he was chatting Titus up, which means you shatter his defenses. Do 21 points of damage. 76 points of damage, causing Neil the Timid to fall down. He is unconscious. His shield goes flying, his blade goes flying. He does this big fucking spread eagle into the sands. Titus, the civilized orc, pushes the crowd to +2 from his performance check. I thought that was the second attack. He then flips his blade over, raises his hands out. Crowd's going nuts. He bends down near towards Neil the Timid's head, and with a swift cut, cuts a T in his forehead. For doing a flourish at the end. There were some people that were booing and others that are upset, and it's not quite good enough to move the crowd, but it was close. There are clerics that are doing stabilize on Neil the Timid. It will not be the last that you've seen of Neil the Timid.
I'm really happy about Please Build going into this next fight. Okay.
And the winner is Titus, the civilized orc from the coalition of the Black Crucible. May I never meet him in a dark alley, says Pompadoro. Titus kind of stretches a little bit and then strides confidently, not taking a single point of damage from that fight. Let's go to the...
So which Zed's the real Zed? Which one's the doppelganger? 6 is here somewhere, because there's a Zed in the arena, and there's a Zed in the blood vein.
Alright, so Titus versus Fleas. Let's do a plan next time so we don't have to do this again. Well, we've learned that Titus can destroy low-armored barbarians, and that he can destroy the turtle knights behind armor and plate.
So, did the barbarian... Was he using the Shattered Defenses thing against the barbarian?
No, I think we're stumbling through the build for the first time.
Okay,
so
because the barbarian should be immune to Shattered Defenses. Because of the flat-footed condition thing, right?
Oh,
so
right. Yeah.
Rogues and barbarians don't get affected by that. But yeah.
Yeah. He was still getting feared, though.
Oh yeah, you get feared.
Oh yeah,
you still get your dex to AC.
Okay, that was good to see Titus having a little bit of a challenge, and that's worth XP for Titus. So we'll add that.
You better not level before I see you.
This is the way that the tournament is looking. Barak Tarn beating Wazrog in the first round. Stonebad the Grouch losing to Cyro. Fleas handing it to the monk Birdman Pex, and Titus destroying Neil the Timid once you got past his armored defenses. In the next week, these gladiators have off because it is the Easterlies that get to fight. Nas versus Tybalt Koro, Hydrox Serpent versus Liplur Gucker. Glumble-Gut versus Picker-Glast. Picker-Glast being the blooded that got slotted into the Veterans Tournament. He's not feeling very confident. And Xanadu versus the War Priest of the Five-Faced God called Zahad Dromzat. Stay tuned.
These names do feel like somebody just threw the keyboard down a flight of stairs and then a cat walked across it.
What, like Lippler Gooker?
Lippler Gooker. Xanadu is on that list, you know. The last 4 names, all of them.
Oh, look at all the cross chatter. Cruel weapons. If Cyro can beat the Dragon Boy, Ugg has to level to deal with these tanks. Yeah, there's some neat comments in there. Okay, we get to the fight. This is on a different day. Ajax went crazy. Zed stopped Ajax from murdering a bunch of people.